Hello Pisces, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your monthly reading for month of December. And as usual, I want to thank all of you for watching my videos, liking, sharing, subscribing, and who has donated to this channel. Okay, without any further delay, let's get into this. So, I was like today is a very weird day. I don't know. I did this reading for Aquarius, which is like a wild ride, and then I started, like I was kind of meditating on energy, and I was getting this, like, like I don't know. I was getting something, and then I cannot really grasp on it, and it's kind of very fleeting energy that I was getting, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I started feeling nervous about it because there is not one energy that I cannot really wrap my head around, that I can really think about. And I feel like that's what you are going to be thinking, like that's what you are. You are in a position where you feel that there's like a lot going on, not in the maybe there is a external world, like material world, like in a job, in a family, in a relationship, outside, like a day-to-day basis. But I feel like mostly it's like you are, last year 2019 has been a huge year for you because Jupiter was in Sagittarius, so there is a lot of growth. Jupiter in and Sagittarius is your 10th house. So it's like a lot of expansion in terms of money, in terms of career, in terms of what you want to do, career based, what you want to, how you want to represent yourself in the space. And you have been kind of occupied with that quite a lot. But I feel like, like you are not a Capricornic energy. You are more of a, you are out there, your mind is very vast. You think, like you can dream about things that nobody can even think about. You have this wild imagination of, you can appreciate a lot of stuff that nobody people don't find it any beauty in it. You can appreciate beauty where people cannot find any beauty. So there is, your mind is, you are, that's why people always say that Pisces is, like up in the dream. No, I don't think you are up in the dream. I feel like you are, there are so many good stuff, there is so many beauty that you see in the in you, in people around you, and it's kind of hard for you to just concentrate on one thing. So that has been a problem, not problem, that has been, sometimes this can pose a challenge to you. And I feel like with this last year, and not last year, I'm already saying last year, I mean 2019, is like you have been focusing a lot. You are trying to focus, narrow down, like that kind of on, like, like this scatter kind of energy into more focus on your work, on your project that you want to do. And because you did all these things, and now you feel like you are kind of getting hard time to in tune with your intuition, getting hard time to in tune with your wild imagination, getting hard time to be dreamy and kind of just daydream, like that kind of thing, because you kind of got used to it, not used to. Okay, who we are talking to? We're talking to Pisces. Pisces is very, 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 it's very hard to, it's very elusive. Like it's not very square cut, like it's very hard to define, you guys. So, I don't think you're kind of putting yourself into a box, but I feel like you are facing this kind of trouble to get in your element, like really daydream and really see beauty in things that, people don't even look at, those kind of stuff. And I feel like that makes you a little bit nervous, and you feel, and whenever that happens, I'm kind of going on a rant because I need to wrap this thing, and then we're gonna get the cards and go in detail. But the thing is, I feel like you are like feeling like that. You are feeling that little nervous, yeah. Like, and and to avoid, not to avoid, and not to get too much into kind of nervousness energy, you are doing some kind of stuff. Like, let's say you are drawing something, or let's say you are doodling, and 10 minutes on, 10 minutes go by, you are still doodling, and you don't know what you are doodling. Your body is kind of, hand is kind of moving, your mind is kind of somewhere, but you don't know where it is, because you have hard time to connect connect with your mind and your intuition. Somehow this organization, this more responsibility, the more maturity kind of energy in 2019 kind of it's actually give you a lot of stability. It's actually helped you in a lot of way to grow, but at the same time you feel a little shaken at the core. Okay, so let's see what we get for Pisces December. Oh, two cards just flew out. Strength and Hermit. Okay. Yeah, might, this may be it's telling that this maybe you need to go within a little bit. Hermit is also very, usually it comes like hermit comes after strength, like in tarot deck, like this kind of inner knowing, this kind of search for inner knowledge. Like I said, like there is a little bit of discord between your own intuition, your own knowledge, your own emotional body. Like after all, you are like water sign, so emotional intensity does matter to you a lot. You connect, and that's how you connect with things in the world, like by emotionally connecting with them, by see their subdue beauty that nobody can, others cannot catch. So like for to get into that kind of mode again, it's suggesting that like they just go, take a time off, take a time off from all this achieving, take a time off from all this material success for a while, just for just a little hiatus, not for long, and it may take a little bit of strength of yours, because you, like I said, you are like doodling for 10 minutes and you are not really thinking about it. So there is like a subconscious avoidance to actually get into the core of it, and so maybe that's where it needs a little bit of strength, and you need to go and search more within, like just a little bit of soul searching needs to take place in order to get in tune with your intuition and emotion and senses and sensitivity. And you are water sign, it will not take that much time, trust me, it will not take that much time, especially for you who is so up there, you is so ethereal in nature. You are you are the most spiritual water sign amongst all zodiac, so it will not take that much time. It just little bit of take a inner like strength is also like Leo card. It takes a little bit of determination and discipline to get there. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Two major arcana. We start the reading with two major arcana. Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords is like, to me here, it's like like not really facing the problem, not really confronting the problem, rather than just it's a little bit childish, little bit like taking someone's thing just for attention, like not really invested, those kind of things. Like if you're not feeling like you need to get into this, you need to get in tune with your intuition, and you feel like, oh my god, it's a year ending, I just want to have good time, I just want to end this year, I don't want to do all this internal work, all this work right now. So you may feel like a little bit of Five of Swords kind of energy. Maybe you need to hone on to that energy a little bit, and you cannot really put too much in like focus on that energy, because that's not gonna really help you. You may, yeah, I mean, of course, end of year, you maybe have to lose ties that you need to wrap up, like there is a like Christmas coming up, New Year is coming up, all this kind of festivities. So you will feel like a little bit of like floaty kind of energy, but just curb a little bit. And then we got Knight of Wands and Page of Swords. Sorry, Knight of Wands in reverse and Page of Swords. So a lot of Knight, like Page of Knight kind of energy. So like I said, like at the end of the year there are gonna be a lot of festivity, and you will not feel like really being that kind of in hermit kind of energy. You don't want to go that deep, you don't want to seek all this inner truth right now, you don't want to get in tune with it, even though it bothers you a little bit, because you are not really naturally, you are not really structured or organized, you are like all the time not like thinking like that, like Capricorn energy. But you are feeling like, okay, it's fine, just let me push through this year, and then we are going to take care of this next year. Is fine. I'm just telling you what kind of energy you will be dealing with. But I also feel like with Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like that if you feel that I don't think you are gonna get into any kind of impulse energy. I don't think it, you are not, like, okay, here, so you are not really feel, it's not about you are ready or not. Of course you are ready. You are just not feeling this is the time to go within that much and recluse yourself and kind of solitariness. This is not the time of the year that you want to do that. That doesn't mean you are not ready. You are just withholding it for like just small, like a short period of time. And at the same time, you are not gonna take any impulsive action. You are not gonna just go on a, you're not gonna jumping on a chandelier and just yell, like not that kind of impulsive whimsical energy that you are not gonna embody as well. Because you are kind of, that after this festivity kind of pass by, or maybe after this loose ties that you need to tie up, wrap up, that needs to take care of, then you are gonna get into this hermit mode for sure. Because those are major arcana, and that's gonna come to your way whether you want it or not. And I feel like you would like to get there maybe early in January, like with New Year. And you are gonna be shifting your energy more towards your own element, not like too much of success or material gain or material prosperity status and all that, like external achievement that you do in life, in society. And Yes, with Page of Swords next to the Five of Swords, I feel like you kind of understand. With Page of Swords means that's a little bit of understanding with uh, using your analytical mind, using your analytical approach to understand certain situation. But Page is not that analytical, because it's a beginning of understanding of how mind works. So I feel like with that, I feel like you are gonna take a you are kind of aware, like, look at this, these are like looking, Page of Swords is looking at this Five of Swords. You will be aware that there is a little bit of avoidance is going on, little bit of at your part, to attend certain kind of this kind of serious energy. So you are aware of it. It's not that it's just passing by without your knowledge. I think that you will be very much aware of it with Page of Swords looking at Five of Swords. But you are just taking, you are just holding back a little bit, because, but you are not also, like I said, you are not gonna jump the gun just because of your excitement. You are kind of I feel like I should get a temperance. You are kind of tempering it, but not all the way in, and that's fine. My God. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in, like, yeah, like it's not equal. That there is your synergy within, the synergy within is not really balanced. Yeah, you have been more focused on pentacles, like external pentacles, like success, job, career, family, like how you stand within the family, those kind of things. Mostly I think, like, mostly you have been focusing on your workplace, your what kind of work you're gonna do, like how you can organize your life a little bit. If you're not good at organizing your home area, you are really trying to be more organized, more cleaning up your room regularly, those kind of stuff, like getting your life together in a more like a pentacly way, like more earthy nature. But I feel like, and that this is not really your jam, but we all have to do some things that we are not by default, which is not our by default nature. So it's fine, that's how we grow. And it's actually good. In 2019, it actually taught you a lot of other qualities that usually you don't embody. And there is a inner synergical way, there is a little imbalance there, but that's fine. You're gonna take care of it. I can tell, like the moment you kind of wrap up this festivity, you are gonna get into your own spiritual and connectivity and intuitive connectiveness. Okay, let's see what else we can have for Pisces. What else we can have for Pisces? Nine of Wands in reverse. Seriously, it's the repetitive message that like this Wands is all about Nine of Wands is like a protecting something that is yours, like a lot of it's a little bit of entitlement card. And it's also like, like define your boundary, define your territory too strong, and kind of protecting it. So that in order to do that, it takes a lot of want, like lot of hard work, and lot of kind of a busy work, to be honest. Nine of Wands always to me is busy work, and you are not doing it, you are kind of chilling it, like you are just, like you are in a state where you are not doing, you're not rushing into something. You are in a state where you are not go within and completely recluse yourself from external world. You are just maintaining the status that you have built over the period of like 2019. And you have back of your mind with Page of Swords, I already told you, back of your mind, you know that after this year ends is gone by, I'm gone, like yeah, just go by. After that, like if you have some kind of project that's kind of ending there, you have few deadlines that you need to meet, like those kind of things. After you take care of these little things, then you're gonna get full-fledgedly into your own internal growth and internal knowing and internal connecting with and tuning with your intuition. But right now you're not taking load, man. You are not taking load, you are not taking unnecessary pressure, you are not feeling like that you need to prove to yourself to somebody. You are not feeling like you have to, there is no argument, there is no debate going on, either not in your head or neither externally. This is nice. Like knowing where you stand is the best thing. It's just the main thing that you need to do. And how you can implement, how you can act on it, depending on your situation, you are the only judge. But I feel like knowing that and actually planning accordingly is very smart move. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you have like you have these multiple things going on at your hand. But I think like it's like, look at this, is perfectly, I mean, it's not really throwing you off. It's not really, yeah, there is a little bit of nervousness. Sometimes you feel like, oh my god, I used to just walk on the street and just look in the leaves and get inspired by nature. And I don't know, if I used to look at this stray cat, and I used to feed them on my way back from work, and that used to give me so much of happiness. But lastly this year I couldn't do that because I have been so busy focusing on my stability, focusing on my organizing skill, focusing on work, focusing on family, focusing on relationship, that those kind of little joy kind of gone away. But I feel like you are not, you know that you can balance it. There is a, with Two of Pentacles, I feel like there is a knowability there, knowing that I am handling too much, I know that I need to take care of that, but you also know that it's all connected, it's gonna come back to you. So there is a lack of tension there, and lack of like anxiety, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna get more card from Wild Unknown. I'm not doing this spellcaster for you guys as well. I did not do for Aquarius, and I did not do for you. Rest of the sign I did do, but for some reason I'm just not feeling like, I feel like I need to wild or more on this reading. So that's that. Okay, these cards are just coming out. Daughter of Swords in reverse, right? Daughter of Swords is actually in normal tarot, like not normal, but regular tarot is like Page of Swords. You see, the Page of Swords came twice. Page of Swords came twice. So with Page of Swords, but this time it came reverse. So I think that tells me that there may be like, it's not maybe all breezy. That may tell me maybe there will be time where you will slow down. Like slow down means not slow down, I mean you may feel a little bit of taken by this Five of Swords energy, and you will feel like, oh, I miss all my old days, oh, I miss my how free flowing I used to be. What happened to my free spirit? Why am, there might be a little bit, not too much. You look at this little stars just popping around. It's gonna be like, sometimes that's gonna heighten this kind of energy, that a little bit of self-critical energy can pop up, but don't worry about it. I will not worry about it, because overall you're kind of flowing quite well for the month of December. Yeah, a little bit of self-criticalness, because say Page of Swords came twice, so little bit of self-criticalness, but it came upside down. I feel like that's why I'm saying it's not too much, because it's gonna cancel each other out. One time you're gonna feel like that, a little bit of self-critical, and that's gonna put you a little bit of maybe, what's happening, am I changing, am I completely, am I not being myself, all those kind of existential question, some kind of metaphysical questions gonna pop up in your mind, and that, but with Page of Swords upright and reverse, I feel like they are gonna cancel each other out, and you're gonna get out of this critical mentality for a while, and kind of you will know, okay, I know I need to take care of this, I know I need to take care of this, but this is not the, I'm just gonna end what I started, and I'm gonna finishing up the building block, the project, like excuse me, like I said, like organization, focusing on your own survival skill, like in practical life, you wanna focus on that, you wanna in this project, you wanna take, like wrap it up before you get into some kind of, before you reconnect with your inner self. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna turn this on. Yeah, Father of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my god, this, I've got the same card for Aquarius today. Same position, upright, reverse. Yeah, like I feel the same energy that I feel for Aquarius for you as well. I feel like everything, Father of Pentacles, like you are, you want to focus on this color. I always, for some reason, rainbow, multiple colors is I connect with Pisces, because I feel like you are so everlasting, you are so open-minded, you can embody all those colors like no one else. And Father of Pentacles is all about stability and all that. I mean, the way I'm saying, as if like it doesn't matter, it does matter, but in I feel like you have been doing that for quite a while, and you need a break. And that's what it is, Father of Pentacles in reverse. But that doesn't mean that you are all gonna be, like you are like completely not worrying about your stability, not worrying about your security. Right now you just want to finish what you started, and then you are not really overthinking about your stability, overthinking about your organization skill, overthinking about your status in the society. You are not overthinking about all these things. You are not always thinking about security, stability. How can I, culminate on my wealth together so that I can prosper and prosper and prosper. You are not thinking about that. Your mindset is, I started the 2019, I achieved a lot, I have done a little bit of difficult task that I have never done, like be more organized, be more grounded, be in the present, like earthy. You have been honing that thing for entire year, and now you feel like, okay, you know what, enough is enough. I'm kind of I'm kind of detaching from my own element, which is like a dream, which is kind of, like go beyond this kind of earthy entanglement, go ethereal, that's your energy. But you feel like, okay, I'm gonna reconnect with it once I wrap this thing up. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna be worrying my head, I'm gonna sweat about my stability for 2020 as well. No, that's not happening. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what else we can get for. Cards are flying out for you, Pisces. Cards are flying out. Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is a repetitive message going on. That's what I'm feeling. you're not, like Four of Swords is like a very much kind of, it's like like very, it also has this kind of hermit kind of energy, very spiritual, going within, getting a spiritual enlightenment. Look at this, like a third eye is all enlightened. When third eye is enlightened, when you are spiritually enlightened, when you are, seeing your visionary. And how you get that? When you go within and you kind of see the clear thing, you get detach all this kind of earthy entanglement and see the truth and see the clear path. But right now it's in reverse, because right now it's not the time for you, and it's not the time for you, it's not the time for you, no matter what. And it's kind of repetitive. I feel like this repetitive nature kind of message kind of assuring you that it's fine if you do not jump into this hermit mode right now. Don't get like Page of Swords, don't get too self-critical about thinking, oh my god, am I losing myself, am I losing myself, am I becoming somebody that this society want me to make, want me to be, am I submitting too much to the society in the sake of stability and security, am I like, who am I, am I losing my own essence? Those kind of self-critical thing, it's gonna cancel each other out. Don't think too much. The message is here right now. Don't take too much of tension right now, don't take too much of pressure right now. It's not the time, but you're gonna do it once you wrap up this thing that you have started. So chill, just chill a little. You know what, with this repetitive, I feel like I should stop. I feel like you got the message. I feel like you know the less is always more, less is more, less is more. Yeah, this is gonna be your mantra, less is more, for this month. Don't take unnecessary tension, don't take unnecessary pressure. This is it. You are on a very good flow. You should be proud of yourself that what you did in 2019, something very different from your own criteria, like usually how you behave. You kind of hone other energy and worked on it. Yeah, it was uncomfortable, yes, of course, because it's a non-familiar, but you are all about expansion anyway, because Pisces is also, like ruled by Jupiter, like old idea. So anyway, just chill, less is more, and have a wonderful December. Have a wonderful December. No tension. Alright. Okay. Take care. I will see you next time. Bye bye.